On today's Perfect, Valentine Warner and Kenny Atkinson are showcasing their fabulous fish dishes. They're halfway through making their simple fish suppers, but which one will be perfect? It's almost time to taste. Back in the kitchen, Valentine's fennel is ready for the next stage.
Kenny, lastly to my fennel, I'm going to add a bit of milk and cook it down very slowly, so it'll actually thicken up the consistency. I'm very kind of Italian to cook fennel with milk, or maybe not, but something I learnt there. That now needs to cook for about 10 minutes until the milk has thickened, soften the fennel a bit more.
With Valentine's fennel cooking down, Kenny can get going with his fish.
Nice skinned salmon, all the skin taken off.
You don't like bits of crispy?
I don't mind the skin, but it's not everyone's cup of tea, so I thought I'd keep it as simple.
You're really pandering to all tastes here, aren't you?
I am, and if you can't take the skin off yourself, you can always get the fishmonger to do it.
Yeah.
So, season not the presentation side, the side that was going to be on the top of the ratatouille.
Yeah.
And I'm only going to season with salt, so I'm not going to put any pepper on there.
Do you find it quite... I think especially in this country, we quite often overcook our fish.
Yeah, we can do, which is why I want to try and show a nice little quick way of doing it. Just in the pan.
Someone said to me the other day when choosing your fish, don't look into the eyes of the fish, look into the eyes of the fishmonger. I thought it was quite good advice. Well, that's going nice and crispy.
It's not on a high heat, it's just on a nice medium heat, cooking it nice and slowly. Yeah. I've got that nice little crispiness that I'm after now.
Oh, crispy, crispy.
What I'm going to do now, a little bit of butter. Well, I'll say a little bit of butter. A nice little butter.
Don't be shy with it.
No, it's just flavours. As that butter starts to get a little bit nutty,
a
little bit of lemon juice. And all I want to do is just literally base that nutty flavour over the salmon. At this point, I'm going to turn the pan off, put a lid on, let it slowly steam.
With the salmon steaming away, Kenny just needs to finish off his ratatouille, which is now cooked.
A little bit of aged balsamic. It doesn't have to be aged, but I just want something that's going to add a little bit of acidity to the ratatouille. So a few drops, and just give that a stir in.
With Kenny nearly ready to go, it's over to Valentine, who's making a warm dressing to go with his fish. First, he adds some olive oil to a pan.
I'm making a little sauce, very, very simple. This takes no time at all, but to go on top of my bream. So I just want to kind of collect... You know when you cook anchovies, they kind of go like splintered wood?
Yeah.
And that's kind of... I want to kind of cook it till they collapse. So get that going.
For a bit of heat, he chops a dried red chilli and adds it to a bowl.
Right, what else have I got? I've got some lemon segments. So that's lemon which has been skinned and peeled. That can go in. All my fennel tops, I don't like things going to waste. The tops are delicious, they're an amazing colour.
Yeah.
So they can go in too.
He seasons with salt and pepper and checks on his anchovies.
So the anchovies are kind of collapsed. I'm just going to help them a little bit. There's some toasted pine nuts here.
Yeah,
I just want their taste to come out, and they'll only really come out again if they're warm.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to let that cool down a little bit before I add the two together.
Next, Valentine turns his attention to the star of his dish.
I really like bream. I think everybody plumps for bass all the time. It's expensive stuff. Bream can be farmed as well, and it's a lot cheaper. So I'm going to flour mine.
Yeah.
So I mean, look at that meat.
It's fantastic,
that is
isn't it?
a fantastic.
Because it's quite thin as well. It cooks really quickly as well, doesn't it?
It does, and I want a nice crispy skin because I'm keeping the skin on mine.
Valentine oils the floured skin and puts it on to fry.
Okay, it's just starting. I want to cook it on quite a low heat too. That happens quite a lot. It arches up.
Yeah.
In order to keep a nice crispy skin.
Put the pressure on,
a bit of weight on top of it.
With the fish cooking, Valentine combines the two elements for his dressing.
So that's some pine nuts, a few bits of sliced lemon, some anchovies, some chilli, and the chopped fennel fronds.
Quite an easy dressing to make, isn't it?
Really easy dressing to make.
With the dressing made, Valentine checks and turns his fish, and they're ready to serve.
A little bit of fennel.
Oh, it looks beautiful, that, mate. Absolutely beautiful.
My bream. You putting a little basil in?
I want to finish mine with a little bit of fresh basil. Keep that Mediterranean flavour going. And also just really freshens up the ratatouille. And then literally just spoon nice and neatly.
Oh, look at that. It's a bonkers colour.
As much as you, or as little as you want. And then on top of the fish. And to finish, just a little bit of rapeseed oil. And that is it.
Well, that's my dressing, and we're both there.
Fantastic.
Well, Kenny, for my perfect, simple fish supper, this is bream with fennel.
Absolutely fantastic. And this is my perfect simple salmon with ratatouille fish supper.
We're different, aren't we?
Yeah.
The moment of truth as Valentine and Kenny find out which simple fish supper is perfect.
Curious?
No.
Oh. Bream with Braised Fennel 3. Salmon with Ratatouille 0. Brilliant, mate. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
That was a surprise.
I'm surprised too, actually, I must say.
The judges liked the combination of Kenny's salmon with ratatouille and thought it was a great family dish, but they were blown away by Valentine's bream with braised fennel and thought it was a really elegant yet simple to make fish supper.